Hi everyone. I made this video a few days ago in the morning, and I just went up on the roof and I opened the Bible and I just found this page and I started reading it, and the best part about it was the ending and what it says about our lives. And our lives, we're all going to die, and it says our lives are like water spilled on the ground which cannot be gathered up again. And God doesn't respect any person, but He has devised a way that His banished, so His banished, that's God's people, be not expelled from Him. This is like all people. Anyway, I just thought that was really great, you know. Our lives are like water spilled on the ground that can't be gathered up again. That is so beautiful. So I'm going to play it from the beginning, and I have to warn you, it's a bit jerky and might make you dizzy, but it's interesting, and it's in a part of the Bible that you might not read every day. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching and listening.
Hi everyone, good morning. It's June 5th, 2014. Here's the sun just came up. Here's the sky. Really can't figure out the sky. It's been changing all kinds of colors. But anyway, I just came up here and I opened the holy book to Samuel, 2 Samuel 13. Oh my gosh, this is an amazing story here. It's full of intrigue. So look at this. Turmoil in David's family. Amnon rapes Tamar, who is his sister. Does anybody have turmoil in your family? Anyway, listen to this. It's really, I mean, this is better than Shakespeare, you know? So, anyway, it goes like this. And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister, whose name was Tamar. And Amnon, the son of David, loved her. And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin. And Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. But Amnon had a friend whose name was Jonadab, the son of Shimea, David's brother. Seems like everyone's related. And Jonadab was a very subtle man. That means shrewd. Shrewd man. And he said unto him, Why art thou, being the king's son, lean from day to day? Wilt thou not tell me? So lean, it must mean like, what's your problem? And Amnon said unto him, I love Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. So I think maybe from different wives, David's wives. And Jonadab said unto him, Lay thee down on thy bed, and make thyself sick. And when thy father cometh to see thee, say unto him, I pray thee, let my sister Tamar come and give me meat, means food, and dress the meat, fix the food in my sight, that I may see it and eat it at her hand. So, Jonadab, bad advice. Putting things into Amnon's mind, not good. So Amnon, he did it. He lay down and made himself sick. And when the king was come to see him, Amnon said unto the king, I pray thee, let Tamar my sister come and make me a couple of cakes in my sight, that I may eat at her hand. So David's not very perceptive, is he? Then David sent home to Tamar, saying, Go now to thy brother Amnon's house and dress him meat. Fix some food. So Tamar went to her brother Amnon's house, and he was laid down, and she took flour and kneaded it and made cakes in his sight, and did bake the cakes. And she took a pan and poured them out before him, but he refused to eat. Oh my gosh, he's got some evil intentions swirling in his mind that were put there by someone else. So, got to be careful who you consult and be wise in decisions, not listen to people. And Amnon said, Have out all men from me. Okay, tell everyone to go. And they went out every man from him. And Amnon said unto Tamar, Bring the meat into the chamber, that I may eat of thine hand. And Tamar took the cakes which she had made, and brought them into the chamber to Amnon her brother. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her, and said unto her, Come lie with me, my sister. So, maybe out of respect, she does what he says, like makes the food, etc. And she answered him, Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly. And I, whither shall I cause my shame to go? And as for thee, thou shalt be as one of the fools in Israel. Can you believe it? Oh, this goes on in the world. I knew of a couple that I read in the newspaper in Italy, brother and sister, and they got married. Yes, this happens. Now therefore I pray thee, speak unto the king, for he will not withhold me from thee. Howbeit he would not hearken unto her voice, but being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her. Yes, bad. Then Amnon hated her. Oh, see what happens? Then Amnon hated her. Why did he hate her? Exceedingly, so that the hatred wherewith he hated her was greater than the love wherewith he had loved her. And Amnon said unto her, Arise, begone. And she said unto him, There is no cause. This evil in sending me away is greater than the other that thou didst unto me. But he would not hearken unto her. So that was kind of mean. He rapes his own sister and then hates her afterwards and sends her away, which was worse to her than being raped by her own brother. Then he called his servant that ministered unto him and said, Put now this woman out from me, and bolt the door after her. Well, I think this could happen even to non-sisters, men disrespecting women. And she had a garment of diverse colors upon her, for with such robes were the king's daughters that were virgins apparelled. Then his servant brought her out and bolted the door after her. So he just treated her like a common, prostitute or something, and threw her out. And Tamar put ashes on her head and tore her garment of many colors, diverse colors, that was on her, and laid her hand on her head and went on crying. Can you imagine? This is so you can imagine this drama. And Absalom, her brother, said unto her, Hath Amnon thy brother been with thee? But hold now thy peace, my sister. He is thy brother. Regard not this thing. So Tamar remained desolate in her brother Absalom's house. So Absalom took care of her. But when King David heard of all these things, he was very wroth. Angry, right? And Absalom spake unto his brother Amnon, neither good nor bad For Absalom hated Amnon because he had forced his sister Tamar. That's understandable. Now, here comes the murder. Absalom murders Amnon. And it came to pass after 2 full years that Absalom had sheep shearers in Baal-hazor, which is beside Ephraim. And Absalom invited all the king's sons. And Absalom came to the king, this is his father David, and said, Behold, now thy servant hath sheep shearers. Let the king, I beseech thee, and his servants go with thy servant. And the king said to Absalom, Nay, my son, let us not all now go, lest we be chargeable unto thee. And he pressed him, howbeit he would not go, but blessed him. So Absalom wanted him to go away, but David wouldn't. Then said Absalom, If not, I pray thee, let my brother Amnon go with us. And the king said unto him, Why should he go with thee? But Absalom pressed him, that he let Amnon and all the king's sons go with him. So how many sons did King David have? Well, they all went. Now Absalom had commanded his servants, saying, Mark ye now, when Amnon's heart is merry with wine, and when I say unto you, Smite Amnon, then kill him. Fear not. Have not I commanded you? Be courageous, and be valiant. And the servants of Absalom did unto Amnon as Absalom had commanded. Then all the king's sons arose, and every man gat him up upon his mule, and fled. So Absalom killed his brother. Well, he had other people do it. And it came to pass, while they were in the way, that tidings came to David, saying, Absalom hath slain all the king's sons, and there is not one of them left. So this is the rumor. It wasn't true. Then the king arose and tare his garments, and lay on the earth, and all his servants stood by with their clothes rent. So there's a verse in here coming up that is so incredible. And Jonadab, the son of Shemiah, David's brother, answered and said, Let not my lord suppose that they have slain all the young men, the king's sons, for Amnon only is dead. Can you imagine how relieved King David was? For by the appointment of Absalom, this hath been determined from the day that he forced his sister Tamar. Now therefore let not my lord the king take the thing to his heart to think that all the king's sons are dead, for Amnon only is dead. So the moment Absalom heard that Amnon raped his sister, he hated him and wanted to kill him. But Absalom fled, and the young man that kept the watch lifted up his eyes and looked. Behold, there came much people by the way of the hillside behind him. And Jonadab said unto the king, Behold, the king's sons come, as thy servant said, so it is. And it came to pass, as soon as he had made an end of speaking, that, behold, the king's sons came and lifted up their voice and wept. And the king also and all his servants wept very sore. This is so dramatic. It's better than Dostoevsky. But Absalom fled and went to Talmai, the son of Ammihud, king of Geshur. This is his grandfather or somebody. And David mourned for his son every day. So King David loved his son. And I'm sure a lot of people feel like that, you know. Sometimes things don't work out in the family. So Absalom fled and went to Geshur and was there 3 years. And the soul of King David longed to go forth unto Absalom, for he was comforted concerning Amnon, seeing that he was dead. So he was comforted that his son was dead because of what he had done to his sister, you know, because maybe he felt like his son was so evil to do that. Okay, now this is a really good part coming up here. A woman intercedes for Absalom. Now Joab, the son of Zeruiah, perceived that the king's heart was toward Absalom. So there's a lot of perception and perceiving going on in the Bible. Just like Jesus could read people's minds and hearts, King David could do that too. And Joab sent to Tekoa, and fetched thence a wise woman, and said unto her, I pray thee, feign thyself to be a mourner, and put on now mourning apparel, and anoint not thyself with oil, but be as a woman that hath had a long time mourned for the dead, and come to the king, and speak on this manner unto him. So Joab put the words in her mouth. Oh no, Joab, is he the same one who put the words in? Oh no, that was Jonadab before. Anyway, my battery's running out, but I want to show you this. And this is Samuel 14 if you want to read it, because it's pretty cool. But look at this. For we, okay, this is so great. This is what we are, people on earth. For we must needs die. We're all going to die. And are as water spilled on the ground, which cannot be gathered up again. Isn't that incredible? Neither doth God respect any person. Yet doth he devise means that his banished be not expelled from him. So this is the thing. We're like water spilled on the ground that can't be gathered up. And God does not respect any person, yet doth he devise means, there's a way, that his banished, the spilled on the ground that can't be gathered up, will not be. You're not far from God. We are not far from God, even though we are water spilled. I've never heard this. It's so fantastic. Water spilled on the ground, which cannot be gathered up again. And this is also great. Neither doth God respect any person, yet doth he divide.
Thanks for watching. God bless you all.